What's up, everybody? I hope everybody's having a great 4th of July. Keep it safe, keep it smart tonight. Today I have the privilege of talking about the Olight Perun Mini. This light I've had for a few days. I've been testing it quite a bit. Yeah, I like this little guy. I like it a lot. This is pretty much just made my backpacking light. It's replaced a Phoenix HM50R, bar none, hands down. I've had it for almost a week. I've been using it quite a bit. Super impressed with it. There's some really good things about it. There's some other things we'll talk about in the review. And then we're gonna, take it out in the trail, which I've already done, and kind of get an idea for how it feels and how it handles various terrain. The beam shots I didn't do like my normal to the obelisk kind of beam shot. Instead, I just kind of stayed within the stones of the cemetery and did it that way. And the reason why is you're just not going to get the distance out of the Perun. The Perun wasn't made for that. This bad boy's a flutter. And that's kind of where I tried to aim the focus of the beam shots, was flooding and how it's going to do in what appears to be pretty rough terrain. 20-degree pitch, loose hidden gravels, overgrown trail, and you're going to see that in the video. And please keep in mind too, when I do these kind of beam shots, it's kind of a dynamic environment. That particular hill trail, the abandoned trail, one of those abandoned trails, I haven't been on in years. So the last time I was really on it, it was a clear shot all the way down. It wasn't like that last night. So understand, I'm trying to hold a camera and review it and not fall down the hill into a gravel pile. So if it's a little bouncy, that's why. It's as real as I can make it. I'm not shooting from my yard, which is fine, or wherever. I'm out there doing that. So that's why I did that. So just know that going forward. Now, my friends at Skybin Amazon sent me this light. They did send it to me for a review, in full disclosure. My opinions are my own. If there's something bad or something I don't like, I will say it regardless. There is a link down below where you... Can I do a heart? How do you do that? You get the point. Where you can buy this and you can own it and you can love it and squeeze it and call it George and all those good things. But the link down below is to this light. It's not an affiliate link. I don't get anything if you buy, visit, stare at profusely, whatever on that link. That's on you. But do check out Skybin's other lights as well. They have a full line of Olights amongst others. And they got 50, 60 different lights on there. I don't know, a bunch. Check the link out for the Skybin storefront. And you can see all the lights that Skybin has to offer. They've been a great partner to me. Much love to Skybin. So my impressions of the light have been very solid. This was a great performing light. You know what? Take a look. All right, everybody, let's take a look at what you get in some info about this awesome little light. Here's the back of the box with the pertinents. We're also going to go over some of the differences between the H1R and the Perun Mini. They're not the same light. So we will talk about that. But first, let's take a good look at the Perun Mini. I've had this out for a few nights now, testing it. That's a beautiful little light. Isn't that pretty? I like the clip style too. It's a little different this time. You can take the clip off a lot easier and it really won't scratch the surface. You just have to have something to pop up one of those tabs. So what do you get with your Perun? First thing is first, let's open the box. Of course, the light comes packaged like so. The light has some nice packaging, they really do. You get the warning thing, basically, telling you how the clip system works for the patch, and that you got to remove the battery protector. Now this is the hook and loop Velcro patch. You could use this, of course, as a headlamp, except for me, I don't own any hats with Velcro patches. But if I did, this is what I would do. The clip, that, they just kind of go like that, and then kind of locks into place. And it's pretty solid. I mean, it's not, kind of has a, you have to really shake it to get it to wobble. So that's kind of how that system works. It's a nice little system. You can buy a separate headband that's off of the Olight store just for this if you don't like the patch. Failing that, I found that you could use the Perun headband really nicely with this. You just have to take the clip off. So you really got a few options here. You can stay with this system if you have a hat with a patch or a backpack, whatever, Velcro something, you could Velcro this too. So option number 2 is you can go into the Olight store and buy the Mini Perun headband. It is a narrower strip of Velcro, so keep in mind that some of that's going to be sticking over. Third option is the Perun band itself, which we'll go into in a second. Then this just comes right out just like that. Give me a little bit of a fight there. So let's take a quick look at the clip system. So in order to get the clip off, you'll notice on the side of the clip, it's got a kick to it. So you could take something, even the edge of a butter knife, something small, and pop it up. When you do, it's going to pop up like that. Clip comes right off. And the clip goes off and on really easily. Now at this point, you could use like the main Perun band, which I don't use my big Perun as a headlamp. I tend to run smaller headlamps, so I took the top strap off, but check this out. Snug as a bug, man. Snug as a bug. So yeah, it's on there. It's not coming off. I mean, it's good to go. So you can buy the Perun strap as well. And of course it also has the magnetic, which is nice as well. So do know you can use the Perun, the optional Perun strap for it. So you can do that. And that's what I've been doing for a few nights now, using this, and I've really liked it this way. So again, you got 3 options. You can roll with this system. You could buy the Mini Perun headband on the Olight store, or go to the Olight store and pick you up the main Perun, the large Perun headband, and it works just perfect. I'm pretty stoked with it. So again, to get the clip back on, simple operation, just kind of center it. And like so. It's on there, just like that. Didn't scratch it or anything, so it's good to go. So let's talk about the light itself. I believe that's an Osram emitter under a really nice dimpled optic. Now some pertinence on this light and some of the modes. Basically, you got your 2 lumen low, which is your moon mode. You have 15 lumen low, 65 lumen medium, high 250 lumens, which will run for an hour and a half, turbo of 1,000 lumens. Pretty nice. Now, when you go on to turbo, it's going to drop to 250 lumens pretty quickly. So you got about a minute of turbo time, and then it's going to drop down to 250 lumens, which is going to run for about 85 minutes. Your high 250 lumens, which I found was more than sufficient light for 98 minutes. Medium, I'm able to hike by quite nicely, 65 lumens for 6 hours. Low, I kind of struggled with the hiking on that a little bit. It's just a bitish on the floody side, so it didn't quite hit the road as well. 2 lumens, 4 days. It's got 100 meters of throw. Here I'm just dropping it. 1.5 meter drop range. It is IPX8X, meaning that dust intrusion was not recorded. Under 2 ounces or 52 grams for you gram counters like me out there. Now, I've heard a lot of people saying that it's just the same as the H1R. It's not. And let me go into why. Let's take a look at some of the run times. Now, turbo, for example. Turbo on the H1R was 600 lumens for 3 minutes. Then it would drop to 180 lumens for 80 minutes. What you're getting here is 1,000 lumens that drops to 250. Now it does that 250 in 85 minutes. This does 180 in 80 minutes. Do the math. The high on the Perun Mini is 250. The high on the H1R was 180. The run time on high is 98 minutes for 250. This is 180 lumens for 100. Pretty good difference here. Now, medium is 65 lumens versus the 60 of the H1R. The big difference here is you gain another hour and 5 more lumens of runtime. The 15 lumen low on the H1R, 20 hours. 15 lumen low on the Mini Perun, 25 hours. So this is one of your biggest differences. And I believe this is literally a half a gram heavier than the H1R. So the Candela, 1280 Candela on the H1R, 2500 Candela on the Mini Perun. H1R, 72 meters a throw. Mini Perun, 100 meters a throw. The numbers don't lie. Those are numbers directly from Olight. So I don't believe it's the same light. It's not. I refuse to believe the concept that we're looking at the same light here. So what else do you get? You get the manual. The typical good stuff from Olight. So we're not going to go into that. Again, you know, the modes are simple, right? I mean, you've got SOS, you've got strobe. And there's your SOS. Yeah, and there's your lockout. So it's an easy light to operate. You do get your threading needle. Okay. That is for your lanyard, which they do include, which I have not opened. And it's the typical Olight lanyard. Good quality stuff there. Nice little button lock on it. You do get, and some of you like me probably have a metric ton of these things. And this is the MCC 1 amp. Now for charging, all pretty simple. You can charge it on your wall socket, your car outlet, or if you're a backpacker like me, you can charge it like that. Of course, we have the red light, green light situation here. So, yes, I do like the Olight charging. You know, when I backpack, I'll often just take that with me, right? I don't usually need to take a second battery. I usually have another light source anyway, so I'm not too worried about that. So guys, that's about what I got on this. And again, on the modes, it's just a simple light. Oh, let's take a look at the battery. You will not be able to use this in a bay charger, not unless you do the foil trick. So this is the Olight. They're one of their proprietary batteries in this. Look how I had to bang the hell out of it. So again, bay chargers are out unless you do the foil. And you can get more of these through Olight, if you so choose. Well guys, that's what I got for the quick look around. Let's go play out in the woods. What is up, everybody? There's a critter over there a while ago. Something staring at me. Set of eyes. Don't you love it when you're alone in the woods and you're being watched? Does that creep you all out? Doesn't really creep me out. I'm kind of used to it. Hell, coyote can get right next to my tent. I'll just roll over and go back to sleep. So if you hear a lot of popping and booming, that's fireworks. So just know that. So I'm out here in this prairie and just kind of chilling. You know, hit turbo. This Mini Perun. Pretty nice. Doing a bang up job. So we're going to get it on some single track and See what this bad boy is all about. I've been testing it for a few nights, and I have to say I'm pretty impressed with it. Really liking this thing right now. Pretty happy with it. So, show some single track. I spy something. I spy something. Y'all see it yet? There. It's reflective paracord. That's how we mark our trails for when we night hike. Comes in real handy. So I have to change my plans a little bit. It seems like the property owner has bulldozed a pile 20 foot high on the trail. I can't get around it. There's no way around it. So what we're going to do is we're going to take what I call the gravel hill, because it's pretty much all gravel, and we're just going to traverse down it, which goes into a bottom down there, and we'll take it from there. So this will give you kind of an idea how this light how it does in this kind of terrain. Alright, so this is on high. Now, of course, on medium, you're just not going to be able to see much. On low, that is. Medium, yeah, you can get a better perspective of the trail. We're going to crank it up to high going down this, because it looks to be a bit overgrown. And I haven't been down this in probably 3 years. So yeah, I'm kind of liking this. It's a nice light. It's very comfortable. I'm using the, this is a really steep hill. So I'm using the main Perun headlamp. The headband, that is. You could order from Olight. I have not really tried patch. Oh, baby. That's why they call it the gravel hill. Haven't tried any of this. This has just been what's working for me so far. In the long-term review, I will probably be trying the other ones. We'll kind of take it from there, but I wanted to give you an idea of what it's like to take a hike with this thing. It's about a 20% gradient on loose gravel that's hidden by plants and overgrown. It's a very confident light. Very confident light. It just feels great. Comfortable. Beam patterns easy on the eyes. Pretty happy with this right now. Alright, we're at the bottom. There's a clearing down here. We'll throw this thing into turbo. Then we'll go back out and see what else we can get into. Let's throw it in turbo. That's the way we came, right through there. And I spy some more of that paracord. Yeah. Alright guys, let's go do some distance beam shots. So instead of a lot of distance beam shots, we're actually going to traverse some pretty old areas here. Up some pretty steep hills. Just get another feel. There's the chapel down there. That's turbo. Low. Medium. Back up a little bit. High. Turbo. Very old place we're in right now. Very old. A lot of history here. In fact, we'll try to use this gives you a really good idea of what the Mini Perun is all about. Oh, here's a good one. This one I often come to. This is a beautiful stone up here. Yes, my wife and I do volunteer for a cemetery, but not this one. Totally. There's low. That's about 15 foot out. Maybe it's almost the head 20 foot high. Medium, high, turbo. Very old place. People wonder why I do beam shots out here. Well, I don't do beam shots like everybody else. I guess you could say we do it a little differently. A little differently. So I hope this guys gave you a perspective on the Mini Perun and how the beam shots do with it. I've never seen this one. That's a cool stone. You know, how this stone, how the light really works out here. I like it. I think it's a great performer. And it's very comfortable. This is the second night I've really had it out, really playing with it. The tint is just right that my eyes are not straining too much, which is a real good thing. You don't want a super cool white, simply because what that can do to your vision. Obvious reasons. Just kind of traverse along, just randomly zigzagging through these old sections. And we're talking old here. This is Great American Revolution folks up in here, like this guy. So, again, guys, I hope this kind of helps a little bit. Answer some questions about the Perun, the light. Like I said, I didn't do a lot of distance. Like, here's a good example. That guy right there, at least 120 foot out and 25 foot up on a hill. It's a ways off, and that's on turbo, so it's not going to hold that long. That's low. Medium, high, you could just barely see it. So, you know, please understand the Perun is not about throw. It does not throw. It's a flutter. It's a really good flutter. It's real. Beam pattern is beautiful. Pretty happy with it. All right, guys. So I do hope you enjoyed the beanies. Cheers. All right, guys. That's about all I got on this one. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Share this feed with your friends. Let the world know that at 1,000 subs, you're going to get one of these for free. You might just win it. We are going to give away a Mini Perun once we hit 1,000 subs. The only way we're going to get there is if you help spread this channel. So you know what to do. So down below, you talk about this light. What do you think? What do you like? What do you do not like? What did you care about? What did you not care about? Do you like the headband system? Did you like the patch? Been a bane of contention for some. And on that note, guys, again, really appreciate you watching. Cheers.